Hi, Emma here. You know, your brain is the control centre for your whole body. If you think of it like a machine, we've been given this amazing machine that works so seamlessly and so perfectly that we're not aware of how we're influencing it. We often think it just happens. Well, it doesn't. If you think we've got this body that's an amazing machine, and we've got our brain. Now, our brain is the central programming system for the whole body. And how our brain is operating, how our mind is operating, will affect us right down to a cellular level. There is, this isn't what I want to talk about today, but just aside, there is this field of science called psychoneuroimmunology that deals with how we think affects us down to cellular level, how it affects our immune system, how it affects our cells. So scientists already know that how we're thinking does affect us at a cellular level. But I don't want to go down, that's a bit deep to go down to today. What I want to talk about is becoming aware of how you're thinking. If you think our brain is the operating system for our whole body, how we're feeling, what we're doing, what we can and can't do. It's all controlled by our brain. Now, we're born with a certain operating system that is our base operating system that has perhaps evolved over centuries. But then, as we grow up from babies into children, we are constantly programming ourselves with information, what we take in, what we hear, what our teachers tell us, what our parents tell us. And that inputting never stops all through our life. But once we leave an education, or we're not deliberately and specifically going to learn something new, we forget that this is going on all the time around us. We can't, or we don't yet have a slot in us that we can conveniently plug in the internet or plug in some sort of device to update our brain. So how is it getting updated? How is it getting programmed on a day-to-day basis? Well, that is how we're thinking. Now, people with anxiety and depression in particular get very involved in what they are thinking. They analyse and overanalyse and go through it and actually buy in to what they are thinking, rather than stepping back and being aware of how you are thinking. Because it's that how you are thinking that is affecting your programming, your core programming of what is going on for you. If you are thinking in a negative way, if you are worrying about something, you will be programming your brain to go into the fight or flight response, create adrenaline, create cortisol, and put yourself on edge with this anxiety. Or if we are negatively introspecting about the past or ourselves or our life, we're doing the opposite. We're going down the depression road. We're not doing the things we need to do. And because we're not creating any hormones or neurotransmitters. So we don't have the motivation and the energy to get up and do things, and we get into this whole vicious cycle there. So we need to take a step back and become aware of how we are thinking and how that thinking affects our bodies, our minds, how we feel, what we can and can't do, because it all starts with how we're thinking. I'll put a link underneath this video so that you can subscribe to get updates, because I write a lot about this, how this thinking affects us and what we're doing to ourselves inadvertently or deliberately, in a good or in a negative way. And if you'd like to get those updates, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or if you Add yourself onto our mailing list. Get yourself a free hypnosis MP3 track in the process. You will also receive those updates when I do them. And of course, always feel free to contact me if there's anything I can help with specifically. Until next time.